I didn't expect to make another video on the subject so soon. I mean, I expected I would make another video on the subject, but not this soon. No, seriously, this can actually be a video series. Community managers from hell. It's insane. So, I've never seen a community manager actually do this before, but people are accusing of not just deleting posts, they're now accusing them of editing posts. And as you can see here among the graveyard of deleted stuff, wow, just wow. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen a mod do. They took your post and rewrote it. This is just funny at this point. You gotta understand, right? They didn't edit the post. They just updated it for a modern audience. People keep asking on the left, it's like, what is woke? What is woke? This is pretty fucking woke, man. This is pretty fucking woke. Like, taking someone's post and then edited it. Yeah, that's really woke, isn't it? So, GoDot actually ended up issuing a statement. And this is after the entire internet decided to laugh and mock and ridicule them, because what appears to have happened is that some activists hijacked the game engine and is now using it to push their propaganda. And they're banning people that aren't even political. Like, they've banned people which were just saying, hey, can you keep the politics aside and just focus on the game engine? One of the higher ups comes out and goes like, look, I don't know what's happening. I usually don't talk about my politics. I'm not a political person. I just want to make a game engine. People took what he said and posted it here, and they got banned. You had backers, like people that were spending €100 a month for the engine. They got banned. So they went in a banning spree, right? And the internet was mocking and ridiculing them. So now they released a corporate statement, right? The foundation board is basically saying that on Friday we made a tweet that unexpectedly led to a wave of harassment. Okay, first of all, if this was unexpected, then your community manager has to step down. Like, they are beyond incompetent at their job. What is the purpose of a community manager if they don't even comprehend basic internet trends at this point? Like, you're telling me that after Bud Light, after Concord, after Forspoken, after Target, after Ubisoft, should we go on? Like, after all of this, they still do not comprehend how the internet works and where the public opinion is swinging. Then yeah, I do think that they should step down. But it wasn't a wave of harassment. It was a wave of mockery and ridicule. Because what happened is like, oh, please tell us your woke games. And you had the developers saying, oh, I made a game where you can rob a gas station. It's pretty fucking woke, isn't it? And your response, instead of ignoring that, was to ban them. Again, this is the level of understanding of a community manager on how to do their job. Instead of not feeding the trolls, they decide to feed into it. They decide to show that they're smug, arrogant, cheeky little shits online. And then they're like, why is the internet reacting at us? Why are people from all over the world, from all different walks of life, from all different creeds, genders, and nationalities, just making fun of our engine? Like, how could this have happened? It's not like I'm a community manager that should understand some internet culture. No. It's just like, so many people are just evil. They're evil people. The volume of negative engagement overwhelmed our moderation efforts. Like, can you understand just how big of cheeky little shits you decided to be on the internet? That the volume of negative engagement overwhelmed your moderation efforts? Like, you must have done something to piss off the internet, because this doesn't usually happen, does it? Let's be honest, like, most people do not get overwhelmingly negative engagement on the internet. You must do something to piss them off. While attempting to protect the GoDot community. Yeah, but by what? By mockery and laughter? What exactly were you protecting them from? Like, no one was being violent, no crime was committed. You are attempting to protect yourselves, because people were attacking the community managers. And they weren't even attacking the community managers, they were attacking the official company account. Now, if the community managers decided to make the official company account their own social media, that's different, right? So, like, if you felt insulted when someone was making fun of your company and you took it personal as a community manager, that's something else, right? So maybe this is why you view it as harassment. Because, like, you cannot harass a company. Last time I checked. I don't think it's possible. It's an institution. It's an entity. You cannot actually harass an entity by tweeting mean things at it. But like maybe, you know, this is progress. This is like forward thinkingness. What do I know? This is beyond capitalism. This is probably a new world that they envision where average citizens on Twitter can make fun of a company and is now considered harassment. The GoDot Foundation Board takes full responsibility for these moderation actions. Now, here's the interesting part. They don't take responsibility for the harassment that their own community managers gave to people. Because that's another box of worms that we're not going to open, right? But okay. If you believe you are blocked in error and have not been a violator of the COC, please contact us with the form link below. We are committed to swiftly rectifying any mistakes. We firmly stand by our mission and keep our community spaces free from hate, discrimination, and other toxic behaviors. Then what the fuck is your community managers doing in your community then? Like, if you want to protect people from hate and discrimination, maybe you should fire your community managers. Because that's where all the hate and discrimination seems to be stemming from. Now, apparently, developers are upset because they now have to crawl back after getting unreasonably mad and complete a form where they're basically explaining, like, Mommy, I'm so sorry. Look, I didn't make a mistake. It was little Billy. Little Billy did it. I would never make fun of your company. I would never imagine. I mean, look, when you post your woke games, like, that was a sacred thing. That was like the most holy thing I saw on the internet. Imagine making fun of that. What type of person, what type of monster would ridicule that? Apparently, other developers are upset due to the fact that they're also asking you for your Google Mail and ex-Twitter account. It's like, hey, we will unban you if you dox yourself. Just dox it. Just give us the info. Give us the information. Anyway, I spoke with other developers, and basically what they said, a lot of them do not care about this at all. A lot of developers, especially from the indie scene, especially from the circles that I move around, they're kind of left-leaning. Like, not gonna lie. A lot of these indie developers happen to be left-leaning, or at least they're pretending to be. Because if you want to work with voice actors, if you want to work with certain script writers, if you want to work with other people to promote you, either you're left-leaning or you're pretending. So many of them don't care. Especially because they're saying, well, it's a tool, right? It's just an engine. Others are concerned because they have noticed that woke people are renowned for being incompetent. Like, these community managers, I don't even know how much they're actually coding. They speak the speech, but can they walk the walk? Because when it comes to the talk, oh, they're extremely opinionated. But my question is, like, if you're a talented developer, if you actually know how to write good code, can you work at a company where a community manager behaves this way? Would they even tolerate you? Would they even allow you to do your job in peace if you don't agree ideologically with them? So I generally think that they're insanely exclusive, despite the fact that they're preaching inclusivity and whatnot. I think that if you're a coder and you happen to have different opinion, you can even be a leftist, but like, if you don't agree 100% with their messages and everything they're saying and ask them, you can't work with them. Like, if you look at Concord, this is exactly what happened. There was like a very woke individual there that called themselves the professor, and they were lecturing all the other employees, and they were like learning and studying with the professor, where they will lecture people about social justice and shit. And they had like this culture of toxic positivity. And if you said anything negative about the game, you were out. So I don't think that these people can foster a pleasant work environment. I just don't know if it's possible. But like, assuming it is, if you were a new up-and-coming talented developer, why would you want to work at GoDot? Why would you want to contribute to the project when you see how they're behaving? Like, it's a very negative PR thing. There is no justification to ban your backers. I don't fucking care what ideology you are. You can be left-leaning, right-leaning. If you ban people that are giving you $100 per month, you have to have like a really good reason. Like, you need to have an amazing good reason to do that. And this thing, it's like, oh, we banned them by... Fuck off. No, it's unacceptable. So, this is like the main problem. Developers are genuinely worried about the future of this platform because They do not have the faith that these people, ideology aside, have the competence of working and improving the engine. And there's a lot of reasons for them to believe so. Like, apparently one of the people that was initially involved with the project, he may have been Russian, and there's rumors that he got fired over the fact that Ukraine shit, you know. And now this replacement with the color-haired people seems to be 6 months recent. So again, it's like people are genuinely worried about the future of the engine. And for the developers that want to make a franchise, they want to create an actual IP, they're like, well, you know, the engine we pick may be the engine we get to be stuck with, and these people don't seem to run a very professional business. They don't seem to get a handle to basic bitch PR, let alone what's going behind the curtain. So this is like what a lot of developers are saying. And then there's the developers that are more ideologically oriented, and they're saying, like, why would we use a product from people that hate us? We don't feel safe. This is literally what a developer told me. I don't feel safe using this engine. I don't know what's coming in the future, but they don't seem to be very friendly individuals. They don't seem to be open-minded. They don't seem to be honest with their customers. They're hiding behind corpo speak. They're quick to ban people. They're very easy to tick off. They seem to be high on their farts, and they seem to be incredibly arrogant and smug. And they're pretending that they're better than everyone else. And it's like, yeah, usually these people aren't the type of individuals that I would like to do business with. Now, take into account that GoDot is an open source engine. So they're making money from the backers. They're not taking money from the developers. Like, they're not taking a chunk of cash from, like Unity does or Unreal does. So I don't think like this is going to harm them in the long run. But I do think that the work ethic is going to be significantly affected. Again, I do not believe that individuals that have this ideology and think this way can get along well with others. Like, they just cannot work. They cannot function with people that think differently than them. And usually you're going to run up into talented people that would have worked for the company, but choose not to. And also, despite the advertisement for wokeness, it is an insanely hierarchical ideology. Like, there are certain people in every woke group that, you know, you shouldn't piss off, or you shouldn't perform better than they do so they don't get upset. And because of this, it actually affects the workflow. So, I don't think that it's going to affect them financially in the short run. This whole PR scandal is just something that's going to go away. But I don't have faith that this engine is going to be as good as it could have been if it didn't have woke people at the helm. And I do expect that in the future you're going to notice stagnation. You're not going to notice a lot of progress when it comes to it. And it's also potentially going to be bug-ridden, and we're going to see other scandals coming out from it. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I'm basing this on a trend of previous things that I have seen when this type of ideologues manage to get into a community. Let me know what you guys think, though, and as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.